Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Monique Lowe's 700 subscriber and 40th birthday celebration. Yeah, a bunch of us are going to help her celebrate, and you can too by going to her channel and all the others on the list down there below. Instead of scrap lifting her, we have a list of things that she loves: bright colors, rainbows, sunshine, mixed media, sequin sparkle, flowers, fussy cutting, DIY embellishments, stitching, and cut files. Now, if you're going to be a little lenient with that list, I got them all. But if it's going to be very picky on it, I don't. I was going to use that one rainbow I just pointed at. Well, it's kind of an iffy rainbow to start with, but I'm not going to use it because I forget about it till the end and I can't figure out a place to put it. And I'm showing everything else that I'm using and pointing out things on the list. However, some of the things get kind of switched around since I didn't use that one chipboard piece. Mixed media was on there and bright colors. So I've got the yellow already. So there's one bright color. But you've seen how I've got the pictures matted. They're nice and bright too. I pulled some scraps out because they were super close to the size I needed, and I'm going to cut them just a little bit more to make them fit. And the little red one over there, the gingham looking one, it was in a border. And so I just cut it from there. And I'm not planning on using all of it because I need to use a little bit on my basket. And I kind of offset it on the banners. I'm going to move it a little bit. And I keep looking at it now and I want to move it a little bit more. But I wanted it over to the right because I'm going to put my title a little over to the right. Now, DIY embellishments was on there and so was stitching. So I'm going to stitch on my DIY embellishment. So I'll get two birds with one stone. And that yellow paper was actually a 12 by 12 to start with. So I gutted it to get the pieces that you see here and that I'm using for my DIY embellishment. I just did a back stitch around the outside of it after punching holes in there. And I'm just going to cut me a piece off here, well, several pieces off here. I'm going to make rays for my son. Sunshine was on there somewhere. Yeah, sunshine. So I'm going to make a sun on there. Monique likes to make suns on her layouts, and so I'm going to make one. I haven't done it in a while, so I am going to make one for my layout. I could have stitched on the rays if I'd made them bigger, but they're kind of small to use that. And here I stitched all the way around, and I'm putting rays all the way around, and I wanted it right there. I didn't like it there. So it is going to get moved. I could have done with less rays and less stitches if I'd known I was going to put it behind the photo to start with. But that's okay. At least it's there and it's done. And it's a DIY embellishment. I think that's something Monique and I have in common, DIY embellishments, because y'all know I love to make them. I fussy cutting was on there. I fussy cut these clouds plus a bunch of flowers and some other stuff. So I have got the fussy cutting down for sure. Oh, and on my rainbow, I first planned on the rainbow paper behind the photo. I put that on there right off the bat, thinking, okay, I got the rainbow down. But then I seen that chipboard and thought maybe I could use it. But we're back to the photo mats. Just so y'all know, since I didn't come through with that other one, the photo mats is my rainbow. It says cut file on there, but I'm using a die cut instead. And I'm using the basket here. I use the back of the flower paper. It has the prettiest blue gingham looking plaid thing on the back. I'm not sure which one you'd really call it, but it was on the back. So I cut it out twice full, and then I cut the handles out twice so that I can layer them, make it a little bit thicker where the handles are at, and they could come up just a little bit higher. And then you'll see two little teeny tiny brads over there, and I'm going to stick them in the holes that's on the basket to just give it a little more cuteness. I mean, what is not cute about brads on a layout? I mean, really, especially if they're tiny. Um, I did ink it in, what did I ink it in? I am thinking it was peacock feathers that I inked it in. I'm going to snuggle it up against that picture, but I'm also going to put some things in it. I mean, it was a hard time finding, yeah, stuff to go in there with these collections. This is just my summer collections. There's like 3 Echo Park in there and a little bit of Simple Stories. So I am not sure what came from, but I'm using them on my layout anyway. I also fussy cut that jar with the 2 pinwheels in there. And now, oh, I started to put the soda in. Well, I did put them in there, the soda and the watermelon. But then I remembered I saved part of that red gingham to put on my picnic basket to make it look like, a picnic tablecloth or napkins. Well, I guess in this case it's napkins. They're kind of small to be anything else. And I folded them so they'll look like they're hanging over the side. And then I tucked the other stuff back in behind them again. But while I'm finishing that off, I want to mention that down there below are the links to everybody else that is helping Monique celebrate her 700 subscribers and her 40th birthday. So be sure to check out all the links down there below for lots of inspiration. And let's see what else is on this list real quick. Well, I've got the bright colors. I've got the rainbow paper. That's, like I said, a little iffy there, but it's still there. Sunshine. I've got my sun. Mixed media. I've got that on there. Sequins sparkle. Well, that's going to go on at the end. Flowers, they're going on next. I think I might have put one on, did I? Maybe not. I can't tell. My paper's in the way. Oh, and fussy cutting. I did lots and lots of fussy cutting. DIY embellishments. That's my son. Stitched on my son. And cut files, which I substituted a die cut. So, yeah, I've got everything but the sequins on there, and they will be on there next. My title. Well, I'll tell you about the picture. That's Hope, and she's at the park, and she's so cute posing there. And I put the one in the back. She's not quite smiling in it. She's smiling a tiny bit on the one on the front, but her head's cocked to the side on the one in the back. So I thought, well, I'll put that one in the back, kind of like she's looking around that photo at the other one. But yeah, that's the reason I put it in the back. But what she is on, which you cannot tell, is a fish. And it has tennis shoes. This fish has tennis shoes. Anyway, they had this that title there in the collection, and it says Summer Bucket List. So I thought I would use that, and then as my subtitle, Ride a Fish. Well, I didn't have a check mark in the alphas for Ride a Fish, so I just used the letter T and cut part of it off. Because, of course, being a bucket list, you need to check them off as you get them. And yeah, it is riding a fish. Even though you can't tell it, she's riding a fish. When I fussy cut all those flowers, I went ahead and put foam tape on them because I figured almost all will get foam tape. I think I pulled it off of one is all I had to pull it off of. And I am going to use every single one of them and have to cut one more. I Well, you know how it is. I like putting flowers on the layout. So there was no problem adding them on here. I seen this one piece. Well, I cut it off of a branding strip, and it says the name of one of the collections, Summer Fun. The other collections was I Love Summer, I Love Sunshine. I can't remember all of the titles that I noticed on the papers, but I thought I'm going to save that. Well, I think I saved all the titles. so that I could use them as phrase stickers. And I layered it in that blue, and I put a pinwheel up there that was fussy cut out. And I thought, man, it needs a little bit more. So yeah, that's where the other flower gets fussy cut for. And I started to put a red one, and I thought, well, that is red and pink. So I am going to use a white one, even though it's going to be white on white, because I just wanted to use the border ones. I didn't want to cut a full one out, since I'm going to tuck it underneath the banner. And here comes my sequins, and they're by Prima. But I had a lot of fun with this layout. I love the bright colors, and I love the DIY embellishments. And yeah, if you're lenient with my list, or Monique's list, I got them all on here. But you had the choice or option to do whatever you wanted anyway. But I like to do the recipe challenges anyhow, so I went for it. But there's my completed layout, and yeah, and Hope there riding her fish. And there's my letter T as a check mark. And um, see all those flowers? Yeah, they were a little on the small side to fussy cut out, but they look so good on the layout. They are well worth it. And there's my basket with my two little brads. And as you can see, the normal size ones would have not worked. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today and helping Monique celebrate. But check out all the links down there below, and be sure to go to Monique's channel. Have a happy scrappy week and have fun on the hop. Bye.